Hey everybody, this is an intro, and in this tutorial I wanted to go over just styling text using basic HTML tags. So what we're going to do is just give our text some style by using tags within HTML and not CSS. So there's tons of different things that we can do to this. I'm just going to go over a few in this video, and we'll go from there. So as you know, there has to be opening and closing tags when we're creating styles or HTML tags within our elements. So for the paragraph, we have our opening tag and our closing tag. For our body, we have our opening tag and our closing tag. And the difference between the two is we have this forward slash that denotes our closing, and within our opening, we don't have that forward slash. So we need them opening and closing tags when we're using these different types of styles that we put into our HTML file. So the first one we're going to do is italics. So italics is just the I tag, and we open and close our styles depending on where we want them to start and where we want them to end. So for example, if I want italics to be this whole paragraph, I can do that just by simply declaring the I tag and then running this in Chrome or whatever browser that you want to use. So we're going to run this in Chrome, and as you can see, we have, this is an example of a paragraph. So that's very easy to understand just using the italics, but we're going to go back to our HTML file and say we didn't want the whole thing to be in italics. We just say we just wanted the first two words to be in italics. We do the same thing, we just open and close it in a different place. So wherever you want your tags to open and close, or to start and end, is where you place them. So we go back, refresh it, and as you can see, this is in italics, and the rest of it is in normal Arial text. So we'll go back to our text editor, and we can display a whole bunch of these opening and closing tags. Now for that we have the italics, of course, and then we can use actually a thing called mark, which will create a highlighted text. Oops. And so this mark will create highlighted text. We can go ahead and save it and refresh the page, and as you can see, the text is highlighted. And back to our text editor, we'll go over a few more tags. So the next tags that we're going to go over are the bold tag. So we have B, which will signify bold. B, opening and closing again. And actually I'll delete these ones just to reduce the complication, sorta. So bold would make and bold, and we'll go ahead and save that. And I'm not going to run it every time in the browser, but you get the gist of it. So B will make the AN or the AN in the middle of our sentence bold text. Then we have small, so simply by saying small, opening that and closing it somewhere, that will make our text small. And of course we have big also, so big, open that and close that. We have a thing called superscripting and subscripting. So say we had a math function, or not a math function, but some just math statement. So we wanted 4 squared, so we could do 4, and then we could just put superscript and then a 2, and then end our superscript, and that would make that superscripted so that the 4 or the 2 was in a small form above the 4. So we'll go ahead and save it and run this and see how everything turned out. So run it, and there we go. So this is an example of a paragraph, and as you can see, I can minimize this so we can see both. So we have superscripted 4, so 4 superscripted with a 2, so 4 squared, and we can also do subscripting, which is the complete opposite. So if we had it like this with a subscript, and we go ahead and save that again and go back to our Google Chrome, refresh it, and this would be a subscript. And as you can see, our AN is bold, our example is small, and our of is big, and everything coincides with one another. So that's a few tags that we can use. Besides that, we went over the highlighting, which is mark. We can also use a tag called delete. So if I didn't want this last line right here, if I didn't want paragraph in my sentence, I can use delete or del, the del tag, and cover that in whatever we want deleted out of the paragraph. Save it, go back to our browser, and we can see, so we can see that it put a line straight through this word right here. And this could be used for different types of styling. So basically, it's all I wanted to go over in these tutorials, or in this tutorial, are just the tags that we can use within HTML to have all the different styling functions. And of course, there's tons of different styling functions in CSS, and that's basically not what HTML is for. HTML is just to create elements, just so you can style them within CSS. So we'll be going over that later. This was just a quick overview of all the tags in HTML that you can use to do a little bit of styling. So thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, and watch the rest of the playlist to learn how to create a web page. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.